What's up, future millionaires? It's Mike the Investor. Now in today's video, we're going to talk about the Gala Games project, who has a mega metaverse. They have 5 games in their ecosystem and 2 of them are in beta. And so before we go any further, quick disclaimer, this video is strictly for entertainment and educational purposes, so please do your own research before investing. Now, what we're going to be covering in today's video, we're going to look at the price chart for the Gala token. Number 2, we're going to look at what is Gala Games and what is the token. Thirdly, we're going to dive into the use case, of the token as well. And then after we do that, we're going to look at some pros and cons of the Gala Games project. And then last but not least, we're going to look at, is it too late to buy the Gala token? Now, before we dive into it, definitely take advantage of grabbing some free Bitcoin by using the Voyager and BlockFi link in the description below. But enough talking, let's jump into it. All right, crypto investors, welcome back to the channel. Now remember, there are timestamps down below in the description for you, so that way you can look at a specific section if you're not wanting to look at the entire video. But let's dive into the price chart of the Gala Games token. Alright, so as we look at CoinGecko, the entire crypto market cap is around 2.7 trillion. We're currently up about 1% on the day, and for the 24-hour volume, it is 171.2 billion currently. Now for the Gala token, we can see the current rank is 43, so it is in the top 50 and the top 100. It's currently up about 3.1%, and it is 68 cents at the time of this video. And so when we look at the market cap, we can see it's 5.3 billion, which isn't a relatively small gaming project. This is actually one of the bigger projects, and Gala Games was founded in 2019, which gives it that longevity and stability as well when it comes to that gaming metaverse. Now when we look at the circulating supply briefly, 7.5 billion that's in circulation. Total supply has 36.1, and for the max supply, there's a 50 billion max supply, so it definitely has a larger supply compared to some of the other top gaming projects like Engine, Decentraland, Sandbox, and Axie Infinity. And so as we move down here just a little bit, I just want to show you how much this token has been up in a short time. Look at the 1 year. This token's up 276,000%. On the 30 days, up almost a 7x, 689%. 14 days is up over a 7x at 724%. On the week, it's up 200%. And so before you do anything, please do your own research and wait for things to cool off. And so as we just look here on the 30-day, so we can see just the beginning of this month, it was 9 cents November 1st, and this baby shot all the way up to an all-time high of around 82 cents. And so I definitely would recommend, waiting for, some steam to fall off before doing anything, which we're going to talk about that towards the end of the video. Is this still a buy? And so now, what is the Gala Games project? Well, Gala Games, in simplest terms, it is a gaming company that uses blockchain technology to build their games that puts players first. Now, what does that mean? Gala Games' mission is not only to make games that we really want to play on the blockchain, but they really want to give ownership back to the players and give us that control on how games will be built in the future. And so this is very, very important to see how things are going to be implemented as things go on, how things starts to get taken off the App Store, where we won't have to pay that 30% anymore, where things will be just strictly on the browser. And so this is going to be very interesting just to see how everything plans out. And so now let's kind of go into the website to kind of put a little bit of literature to what I just said. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is the About section on the Gala Games website, and their mission statement: making blockchain games you will actually want to play. So let's briefly look at their principles here. Number 1 is fun first. They believe that blockchain should be invisible in the games, and so they use simple game mechanics that all players can enjoy, whether or not they consider themselves blockchain pros, which is nice to know. And so as you can see, the next principle is owned by players, and this simply means that players get to truly own what they win in our games. So if you earn or win a magical sword on the Gala game platform, for example, it is yours. Your items or any inherited status is a verifiable asset on the blockchain. You can trade to another person or play within the game. And so the next principle will be the community rules. They don't develop games in a vacuum. They consistently engage and test assumptions with their Discord community. We build alongside a vocal community who input shapes the direction each game design takes. And so your voice is truly heard. And so we have the powered by the people, which means that everything within Gala Games Network depends on the player-owned node ecosystem. And so if we briefly move down, you can see just kind of a brief picture on kind of how this works. So this is from people's computers, like I'm kind of using my MacBook to show you on this video. And so it says more than 16,000 players run nodes power ecosystem. Well, as I was researching, they've actually got up to 20,000, which makes it even more decentralized and a even more stronger ecosystem, which is a big plus. And so as we briefly move down here, this was just some headline news which I thought was pretty cool. The Sin City is going to use Gala Games for their NFT collectibles, so check that out if you want to know. And so real quick, this is just the Brave and Polygon partnership, which I may go deeper into another video, but I just want to get down to some key parts here. And so this is from the CEO of Gala Games, who is also the co-founder of Zynga. Now real quick before we get into that statement, if you're not familiar with Zynga, let me give you a couple games that may ring a bell. If you heard of Mafia games, or if you heard of Farmville, that was real big mobile games that also got extremely big on Facebook. Well, those games was developed by Zynga, and that's who behind Gala Games. So tell me if you're bullish now, right? But remember, do your own due diligence. But let's see what 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗍 has to say. So the co-founder of Zynga has to say, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think this was literally the next phase of the internet. Everything that touches ownership is going to be affected by what's happening here. Art and music and everything that has digital life is going to be touched by this. So anything that you thought was digital, that you thought you owned but didn't really own, that was about to be revolutionized. And this is coming from 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗍, co-founder of Zynga, who is also the CEO of Gala Games. And so last major part before I show you kind of what the games look like, here is the major milestones that's already been done for this project. And so the most expensive NFT sold was $3 million. You can see there's a 90+ team member, so very strong team, and this is pretty impressive here. 1.3 monthly active users, and there's been 26,000 total NFTs sold. And so that is pretty impressive from this project. But now I want to kind of show you the games here of Gala Games. And so we have Spider Tanks, which is in beta. We have Townstar, which is in beta as well. You have Mirandus, which is in development. You have Echoes of Empire, which is in development. And then you have Fortified, which is also in development. And so you can see they already have 5 games in their ecosystem, which is pretty impressive. And so now let's briefly look at the store just to get a brief idea on kind of what it looks like on Gala Games. And I've already checked this out, but for the sake of this video, you can see here are the games that we briefly just took a look at. And you also have the Galaverse tickets, which is a Las Vegas event that's virtual, so that's pretty cool as well. And so you can see these are things that you can buy, and you can see you purchase these with the Gala tokens. And so quick recap on the use cases of the Gala token. Number 1, it powers the entire ecosystem of Gala Games. Number 2, it will be used to purchase in-game items, also NFTs, and it's also going to offer income opportunities as well inside of those games. And so that is a big deal also for a project to have the big leadership behind it, which is now about to bring us into the pros and the cons of this project. Now before we dive into it, if you're gaining value or you're liking this video so far, do me a favor and smash that like button. But let's dive into the pros and cons of the Gala Games project and the token. Let's talk about it. Now, most of these pros you probably already figured out as we were covering this information in this video, but if we look at the first one here, is the longevity of this company. It's been around since 2019. It also has a pretty nice size market cap, which we took a look at on the price chart, which also gives it that security and that stability as well, which is something you want to see. Now, yes, getting super new projects right when they come out is good, but also when you can get those solidified projects just to get that growth over time, if you're patient, is a good thing as well. And so when we look at the 1.3 active monthly users, that is big. How many projects actually have that now? That is a big deal, and they still have 3 other games still in development, plus the games that's in beta. There are still things being enhanced with those as well, and so I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with these games and also how it can enhance the ecosystem of this project, which now brings me to the centralized listings of the Gala token. It is already listed on Coinbase, it's already listed on Binance, and it's already listed on crypto.com. So the top 3 largest major exchanges is already listed on, and so you can see that it's already have that stamp of approval, that true legitimacy, because it has been here since 2019. Not to mention, we see the CEO, the founder of Gala Games, is the co-founder of Zynga, and we've seen how popular Zynga was. Zynga development games brought over 30 million users, where when you look at just the Fortnite game, it was around 12 to 13 active users, whereas we look at Zynga, as I just mentioned, they had a total of around 30 with all of their games. And so we have that same leadership that is behind Gala, and also the person who created Farmville 2, his name's Mike McCarthy. He's also on the team behind this as well with other great developers, and so this team is very strong, so I'm very excited to see what happens in the future. Now we also have the ecosystem as well. As I mentioned and showed you, they have 5 games, 2 that you can actually play, and then 3 of them are in development. And so this is very exciting to see as a gaming project and just as the metaverse continues to evolve. So we talked about some of the pros of Gala Games and the token. Now let's talk about the risk. Now, I hope I don't sound biased, but I don't think there's a huge risk for this project besides the competition of the other top gaming projects. That's the biggest risk that I think Gala Games has, meaning Axie Infinity, Sandbox, and Decentraland. Now, the reason why I don't have Engine on this list, because Engine isn't just a flat out strat gaming project. It is more of a hybrid where it helps build and launch NFTs and help them be implemented into games and blockchain. And it does have another side with the Infinity token, this dual token, that does have its own metaverse that's helping launch games itself. Whereas Engine is a hybrid, and so it gives you best of both worlds, in my opinion. And so when you look at just the flat out gaming projects, Axie Infinity, Decentraland, and Sandbox. And now, in my opinion, I believe Gala is up there as well, as we can see as far as the market cap, the team, and what they've already accomplished. Now remember, still do your own due diligence, before investing in any cryptocurrency, which now brings me to the last section of this video, which is Gala Games token still a buy? Now, the mindset I think you should have, as I showed you on the price chart, we have seen how much has already have ran up just within this year, also within the past 30 to 60 days. And so if you're thinking about investing, I think, not financial advice, but I think you should have a long-term perspective if you are trying to invest at these prices. Reason being, when cryptos are at all-time highs, and we know how volatile crypto is, you put yourself at a higher risk to lose money if you're not holding long-term. So just keep that in mind. I think Gala Games is a legitimate project. I do believe it's going to be here to stay, just in my personal opinion, but I still would be careful if you're trying to get a quick gain. All right, and so if you gain value from this video, smash that like button. It really helps out the channel, and also check out the links in the description for you as well. There is free Bitcoin and other free crypto that will probably help you out if you haven't already grabbed it. But hey, remember to stay inspired, stay motivated, always invest in yourself, and I'm out.